Alright, we're back out here at the farm today to put our new parts back on the excavator. It's been about a week. I was out here last Monday and now it's the following Sunday. I have my helper asleep in the truck, so I'm going to try to get this done before she wakes up. And of course I picked the one day out of all summer that it decides to rain and pop-up shower, so there's water on here on the deck. I'm going to be crawling around on the wet deck, which is going to be annoying, but whatever. Anyway, I have new little hose. Yeah, that was only like $35 for this hose. The belts, which is a double belt pulley, that was like 80 bucks. And the alternator, which you can see now spins freely. How beautiful that is to see it actually spin. Brand new alternator. $1,750 was the quote from Link Belt. I got it at a local alternator shop for $400, which is still a lot, but it's definitely not $1,700. A little shout out to Wood Alternator, Alternator and Starter, something like that. Wood Alternator in Houston, up off of, not Aldine Bender, but one of those roads up there just south of the Beltway. Anyway, nice little shop, and they were able to get it for me next day. I went in there with it Wednesday, and they had it Thursday morning, so that was perfect. Anyway, let's get them all slapped on here. I'm not going to show you putting parts on. It's just bolting stuff back on where it needs to go, but I'll show you when it's all done, and then we'll get the machine fired up and function test everything. Well, I guess I should have saved the little hose for last, but I did it first, because next up is to get the belts put on, and go figure, the belts have to go behind the lower crank pulley that also runs the air conditioning compressor. So I've got to figure out how to get the air conditioning compressor belt loose to get it off, just so I can get the other two belts in behind it and then get it back on. And I don't see like a quick release like the alternator has that lets it come loose to get the belt loose. But the first thing I'm going to do is take this fan shroud off, because I've got to be able to loop the belt out and around the fan blades, and then figure out how to get it around that other belt. Figure out how to get that other belt off so I can get this belt behind it. Okay, I got the shroud off, and I got the air conditioning compressor belt handled, as some would say. I found the tensioner right here. I told y'all before, I didn't care if the belt broke because the air conditioning doesn't work anyway. Now the compressor may work, but there's no fan inside the cab, there's no controls for it. So just cut that son of a gun. I know that's stupid. Maybe someday in the future I'll decide to fix the air conditioner. I find that highly unlikely. And if I do, I'll have to buy another $80 belt. But for now, I just saved myself an awful lot of time and headache, because it looked like it was going to be a pain in the butt to try to get that loose. I couldn't find a tensioner. So the only thing I could figure was to have to take the compressor completely off, take 4 bolts out, and those bolts aren't easy to get to. So for now, I am going to just say, you know what? I know for a fact the air conditioner doesn't work, because it ain't even turning. Now we'll get my belts thrown over the fan blade here, get them lined up, get the alternator put back on, and hopefully have this sucker fire back up and running. Okay, keep going, alternator spinning, belts are turning, nothing's leaking. I put in about 1.5 gallons of 50/50 coolant where the radiator was popped off. I don't know if the overflow works or not. It was steaming and overheated before, but I don't know if it actually works. But anyway, it all looks like it's working. Nothing spraying out my little hose down there. My new hose. It looks like it's holding up, so that's good. But I'm going to shut the lid down here and take it for a quick joyride, just kind of function test it for a little while, and make sure nothing flies apart. Oh boy, it's going to be hot without my air conditioner. I don't know what I'll do. Maybe the fact that I'm already soaked in sweat will just keep me cool, I don't know. Anyway, looks like it's fixed.